Hi, guys. Welcome back to MarketAbilities. I should say that to myself. It's been a minute.
Yeah, welcome back, Angie.
Yeah. I mean, here's to me being here.
Yeah.
Did you just pour this up from what? The sink, the faucet water, in really nice glasses? But
no, there's like they're selling them on the street.
With the water in them? So we don't know where the water came from?
No, the glasses I didn't buy. The water I bought off the street.
I'm fairly certain these are candle holders. I don't know, but they look like cool glasses, I guess.
It holds
Perception,
water.
it holds water. So yeah, that sounds good. Which kind of leads us into this week's topic. Wow. So I've had 2 conversations in as many days with individuals who I have a great deal of respect for. One man, one woman.
Okay.
They don't live anywhere near one another, different circumstances, different backgrounds,
sure.
Both going through something very similar where they have given many years of their life to an organization, a business, whatever it happens to be. And lo and behold, for both of them, the day came where you're expendable and we're going to get rid of your position. Like you are no longer needed here.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. We say that it is, but it happens more often than not. It happened to me, and that's the reason that Growing Media was born.
12
more than that now, I think.
Oh, okay.
We keep saying 12, but I think we said that, like 15. In year 15, right. But many, many years ago where despite your performance, having nothing in a folder with HR or anything like that, just one day your number is called. It could be for a number of reasons, budget cuts, just eliminating your position because they found an easier or better way to do it.
Yeah.
And for a lot less money. And for most companies, that's what it comes down to, is the bottom line. And I know this is a saying that people don't like, and they will refute it and say that they don't operate this way. But too many times people choose profit over people.
Oh, absolutely. Even though
that's tough.
If you choose people over profit in the long term,
pays off.
It's going to pay off
a lot more.
And not even necessarily monetarily, but just as like, because wealth is not just money. It's
100%
relationships, happiness,
culture, way of life. Yes.
Yeah, it's everything. And so if putting profit over people, that's going to come back to you in much worse ways that money cannot fix.
Agreed. Yeah. And that's what I told these 2 individuals is, look, you're brilliant, and both of them are very, very smart people. And this is something to consider. I read it a couple of days ago, but I've also seen it in many ways, in many places. So why is it that you aren't willing to give yourself 3 years to build your business, but you're willing to sign up for 40 years for somebody else who's going to pay you whatever they choose you're worth?
And tell you when to go to the bathroom and when to go on vacation.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Makes no sense.
It doesn't.
No,
it doesn't. I actually heard one guy talking about it the other day. He said he's like one of the things that makes me cringe the most is when someone brings up PTO, and he's like paid time off. He was like,
what is that?
I want to have paid time off all the time.
Right. Exactly.
How do you create
PTO? And a big thing now that changed when I was in the workforce or working for somebody, the personal day.
Yeah.
And look, that's the beautiful part about working for yourself is number one, if you know your work ethic, you know that no one's going to outwork you. Yeah. You know what you're willing to put towards a task and get things done. And it really comes down to you don't quit until it's done.
Dang.
Right?
Right.
And if you choose to do that early in the morning or late at night or weekends or whatever, I guess you can take all the personal time you want as long as you get it accomplished.
Yeah. Actually, do you know, you ever heard of Jim Rohn?
Yes.
Of him? Okay. So he has this formula that he likes to call. It's very, very good. Okay.
Okay. Very, very, very good.
It's very, very good. It's exactly what you're talking about. It's called the until formula. He asked, so I'll ask you, how long were you going to wait for Wyatt to learn how to walk? Until you gave up on him.
Wow. I don't know that I would ever give up on my son.
Exactly. You would keep going until he walked.
There you go.
And so
that Mr. Rohn.
It's the until formula. Like how long are you going to keep going until you figure it out? You're going to do it until you figure it out.
Exactly.
Like that's like you're not having room for any of this. I'm going to give up here or there. It's
right.
Like, no, I'm going to figure it out whether it takes 1 year or 10 years or 20 years or 30, whatever it is.
Yeah. Apparently the average has been 3. If you can stay the course, and so many people nowadays, actually, I would venture to say, if you look deep enough inside yourself, you will find that you have knowledge-based commerce within you, and people are paying for that.
Yep.
They are.
They are.
Yeah. And it helps to have worked for someone else or been involved in a project where there were multiple people, and you're learning from those individuals, and you're getting things accomplished. And maybe it's not so scary because you're doing it on someone else's dime. But just take all of those skills and know that, it's belief in self.
Yeah.
As well. Right. And I think that's really hard for people sometimes. And I don't know why.
Because we live in a world of comparison.
Yeah.
And so you start comparing yourself to what someone else is doing. And you start to realize that I'm not far ahead. And so you start comparing yourself to this person online who, and we kind of talked about this earlier in our meeting, was you only see the good side. You're not seeing the real side of everybody on social media. It's very fake.
It's very fake.
And so you start comparing yourself to this best version of what you're seeing online, but that's not even real.
Right.
And plus, it doesn't even matter what they're doing or what this person or that person's doing.
Right.
The only person you should be comparing yourself to is yourself. It's like, how can I be better than the person I was yesterday or last week or last month or last year? Because otherwise, if you're not improving, then that's where you have to sit down and figure it out. Because everybody runs at a different pace. And you don't see the underlying work that people have done to get to where they are.
Right.
They may have started on the things that they're doing now when they were 14 years old, and you just have no idea. And so you feel behind, but then you look at it and they're like, oh, well, they've got 20 years in it.
Right.
And I only have 2.
Right.
And so you're comparing your 2 year to this 20 year, and it's not even a comparison because they've spent so much more time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great advice. People will often ask, well, who are your competitors, or who are you measuring yourself against? And I love what you said. Truly, to be the best version of you, you just stay in that lane. You're not looking at anybody.
Yeah.
And you're not looking in your rearview mirror, and you're not looking side. You're looking straight ahead. How can I make a difference? What can I get accomplished today? And I'm telling you, that is a formula for success. The moment you look back or to the side, or you're looking at someone else, you're taking away from your directional task and where you should be going and what you should be doing in your own life.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's true,
it's so good.
Right?
Yeah.
And, like I told these 2 people that I have a great deal of respect for, believe in yourself. There is a way to monetize that. There is a way to ensure that whole worry, and I know that that's a horrible word, but the fact that people are expendable, and they are. If you work for someone else, you are expendable at any time.
But I believe that there is a way to make you not expendable, to make you irreplaceable.
If you're doing it yourself, or what?
No, well, I mean, either at a company or doing it yourself. I think there are ways that if you were to be, if the company, they had to make some tough decisions and they let you go.
You're saying swallow the keys to the front door or something? So what? You can't get rid of me because I have the code and the password and stuff. I've ingested it.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm talking about being so good that they can't replace you. And then also,
I don't know if that exists.
Hold on.
Okay, hold on. All right.
And then if they have to let you go, it hurts them more than it hurts you, because you've gotten so good that you can walk out into the job force, or you can walk out and start your own business, and it won't be a problem.
That's right. I love that. Okay, they don't want to get rid of you because you can go do to them what you've been doing for their company.
You could, I mean, depending on the
circumstance,
the way that you work, and if you sign a non-compete and all that other stuff. But yes,
I love that. I think that's great. I mean, it's just something to consider before. Okay, if you're dealing with some of this, or you've been dealt what you deem as a bad hand, just explore that option. I'm not saying it's for everyone, but what bothers me most is when a person thinks that they have to jump from a person's payroll or a company's payroll right into someone else's payroll.
Yeah.
Especially those individuals who bring decades of experience, valuable experience, to the community, to the public. we say it about our company because we provide video production and placement, and we get you noticed, you know, whether you're a person, a business, a service, whatever. So we say everybody needs what we do.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess that's something to look at as well. What do I feel so comfortable doing that I can do in my sleep, do for other people, make them money, make myself some money, and feel so confident in yourself that you're willing to say, I'm not going to go to work for somebody else. I'm going to work for myself.
Yeah.
You know, those are some of the tough questions I guess you have to ask yourself. Can I do it? You know, because even some people, I guess, if you have the wherewithal and you know, up here, you've got everything it takes, but you're really introverted. And there's going to be no way that you're going to even want to let people know you're open for business.
It's an excuse. So I actually think you're asking the wrong question.
Okay.
It's not, can I do it? Because there's so many people out there that are introverts and absolutely killing it, like doing great business and doing a great job.
Do they have a front person?
They don't actually have to talk to people. They're making online content and doing everything basically online to where you're not actually in the room with a bunch of people. So you can just talk to a camera. So once you get comfortable talking to a camera, you're like, I'm actually naturally an introvert. And most people don't really
We've
know
kind of
that.
brought you out here though. Like, you know,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I can be introverted around the right people.
Okay.
And be comfortable. But if I'm in like a room of a bunch of people that I don't necessarily know very well, I'm not the type of person that's going to go up and talk to random people and just have a conversation. That's not my natural instinct.
Okay.
So I'm naturally introverted. And yes, I've been brought out of my shell thanks to you quite a bit. But what I'm getting back to is like, you can pull anything that you feel like you're not qualified for out of the bucket anytime you want use it as an excuse. You're well, like for me, I'm losing my hair. I could just use that and be like, oh, I don't want to be on camera because then, you know, people won't find me attractive.
You're very, very handsome.
Well, thank you. But
you're going to shave your head like Michael Jordan?
At some point, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Get a tan?
Yeah.
I mean, that's really hip now. And then a lot of gold, like jewelry, rings.
Can't do that.
You don't do the jewelry thing?
I'm allergic to most metals.
Oh, gosh. Hence the black. What is this wedding ring made out of, by the way?
That's a good question.
Is it like a No,
it's not titanium. I think the outside is like a ceramic. And then the inside is like a wood. Like a coated wood.
And you can wear that. Look at that. That's so cool. All right. Yeah. Well, so.
Anyways, I wasn't finished.
Oh, listen, don't make excuses. Lucas is finishing. Go ahead.
So basically you can pull anything out of that bucket to create it, but it's not. So the question is not, can I do this? It's, will I? Will I do this in spite of all of the things that could go wrong?
Right. I think I was asking that question, by the way.
No, you said.
I said make sure.
Could I do it?
Could I? It's not could I, it's would I.
Yeah, it's
that better. Would I? Mm-hmm. Okay, will I?
Yeah.
Wow. You know, look, it is belief in oneself as well. For sure. It is belief in oneself. And I guess the other thing that people might be asking is, okay, well and fine. I didn't plan the way I was supposed to financially. I'm not prepared to set myself up. Well, you sort of are, because, okay, if you've been terminated and you've been paying into unemployment or whatever all those years, there has to be a little bit coming back. There could be a side gig that you could do for other people. I'm just saying, before you go all in on another contract, you know, and you've agreed to give the next 5 years just to somebody, explore all options, because, man, the options have really changed these days.
And honestly, it's never been cheaper to start your own business.
True. Like, with all the tools, even playing field, you know, really. Yeah. If you've read the Google white pages and figured all that out, and you know how to get ahead, but the internet has leveled the playing field a lot. For sure, a lot. Yeah. So with that speaking, how's this podcast go? It seems very successful. I watch. People listen.
Yeah. I mean, people comment on it and text me about it.
Well, here's what we've started getting a lot of now is people. This is a customizable studio. It is the largest podcast studio, you said, in Southern Illinois. I think the country. The country. Wow. I don't know about that. No? No. It's big. It is big. It's a very big podcast studio. Because most people think of podcasts in like a closet. Yeah, right. Yeah. But you're right. People have gone to like the sofa The chairs.
right.
Yeah. So it's probably a bigger room.
Actually, I have a podcast I want to show you when we get done.
Oh,
it's
geez.
massive. Anyways.
So we don't have the largest podcast studio.
Well, he's out of England, so maybe we're still good.
In this country. But what I was going to say, it's customizable, which means this screen goes dark at the end of our podcast, right? And you can put your logo up there. We've got multiple chairs here. You can have guests in to talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. And there's never been a better, more affordable way to promote your business. And, you know, a podcast is reasonable, kind of like that social media circuit. It's not expensive. And it's fun and people relate to it.
Yeah.
And anybody can have it.
You can. It's great. It's great because you can create long form content where if people want to get to know you better or get to know what you're doing a lot better, they can sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
Or if you need short form content, you just chop it all up, and then you have short form content for weeks.
We are masters of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to be.
It's been like a year and a half since I've been here, I think. And look at all the content we've had.
Yeah. Nonstop.
Because you guys just keep chopping it up. Chopping it up. No, but we can help you at Growing Media Marketing. Actually, back to the friend I was telling you about, years ago, we did some videos for him and he was saying, well, we probably need to do that again. You know, I need content. I said, dude, you had some of the best content that we've produced for anybody. And I said, and I've seen it, I haven't seen it in a while. So reinvent that content because it still has legs. It's going to perform for you. Whether you just pin it back to the top of your feed or you cut it up and rerun it, you've got material. But the key is don't make excuses like Lucas was saying. Figure out a way to stay present and relative and do your thing.
Yeah.
I love to watch people do that, you know, and see them be successful and not have to rely on somebody else or a bigger company to take them where they wanted to go.
Yeah.
That's big.
That's spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's spot on.
All right. You think we've gone long enough? Have we given the people enough?
Oh, yeah. We've given them plenty on this one.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
Listening.
Yep.
What do we need? We need them to subscribe to what? Like we have so many things at Growing Media.
Our YouTube channel, I think, is definitely the best place where you're going to get the most benefit from.
Growing Media.
Yeah.
And then there's a MarketAbilities playlist.
Yes, there's a MarketAbilities playlist.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then obviously we're on social media.
Yes.
And MGM MarketAbilities.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's MGM MarketAbilities podcast.
Okay.
And then obviously you can follow Growing Media, see what projects we're working on, some of the cool stuff that we're doing. And we're also on Facebook as well.
Yes. Yeah. We have another little TV show, The Spiel.
Yep.
It's on Fox and streaming, so look that up. And we would love to have you as a guest on our podcast, on the TV show, or, hey, everything we have is for sale. So you can come in and do your own thing as well if you'd like to. So, all right. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.